Hello and welcome to the Vector Garden YouTube channel. My name is Monika, and in this video I'm going to talk about using Illustrator's 3D effect for construction. So let's start with this shape here and apply the revolve. And I'm going to use the classic 3D effects. So it's this one, and first we have to change it to the right edge, and then we get this bowl. And it looks nice 3D-ish and has all these lights and shadows, but what we want to do is building the shapes and then later applying gradients or whatever. So I'm going to make a copy of this for later use, and then let's go to Object, Expand Appearance, like so. So this looks unsuspicious, and we will ungroup it several times, like so. And there we have this lower side. Let's select it like so. And of course, we want it complete, and then let's just apply Unite from the Pathfinders. This still looks unsuspicious, but as soon as I switch to the direct selection tool, you see this vast amount of anchor points, which is not so nice because the line is just not clean anymore. It's, it has all these bends, and of course it slows down all your equipment. So the questions are, why is that, and how can we prevent it? Now, let's take a look at this one again, which has still the live effect. And I'm going to go into the effect again, and let's see the options. You see we have the surface plastic shading here, which is important. And I'm going to turn on more options. And there we have the blend steps, which is an important setting, and as well as the shading options, the surfacing. We have a few options here as well. So let's cancel out of that again and take a look at this again. So we have united this lower half of the shape, and it's of course now just one color, but the shading is still live in here. And you see when I hover over it, it shows all these paths. So let's go into outline view, and you see there are all these paths. Now when Illustrator uses the 3D effects, it cannot create gradients in them. It has to simulate the gradients by using single shapes of one color each, and that's what happens here. So let's go to the preview again. So there are all these shapes side by side, and all of them have a color each, like so. Let's zoom out of here again and go into this again here. So with the setting of blend steps, you define the amount of steps Illustrator creates. That's nice because then you can create smoother or just harder gradients. Let's set this to 3 and we will see. You see, this is what happens here. You get fewer steps, and of course this looks more posterized. But how can we achieve it that Illustrator doesn't create them at all? So that is achieved by choosing a different shading. You can set this to diffuse, which still creates some steps, but you can also set it to no shading. So this is kind of frightening because you think you get this blob, and that doesn't help at all. But when you go to expand appearance, this is what happens, and you get really, really few shapes, and that's something you can work with. And it will get even easier when you drill down into the layers and check out what's there, and then you can pull it apart and take from it just what you need. There's the outer one. Let's take a look at different ones. This is an inner one, and there we have the lower parts, and this is something we can then use. So you can just take it out of here and use it directly and not use the pathfinder on it, because then you will always risk that there might be a clipping mask inside of this on duplicate paths. And when you have duplicate paths in your base artwork, then you always risk creating too many anchor points when using pathfinder functions. So this will hopefully help you to make more of your 3D effects for construction use. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.